Alrighty, what's going boys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are on JP Test Track by Arden318. Now there's no description on this track or anything, it's just sort of said this track is dedicated to the people that enjoy my content and for a racing team. So there's no description on it. I don't know if it's a replica track or if it's, I don't really know. If I could not be doing Rainbow Flex while I'm just trying to go in a straight line, much appreciated. Yeah, we're just going to be giving it a go. Still on the KTM with the Husky models up. I feel like I have to kind of say this every single video, otherwise people always just ask. So, yes, still the KTM, still got the Husky model swap on it, and yeah, we're on the 25 red FXR gear as well. But yeah, fancy doing some Odin last night. Those of you that have seen my Instagram post, you guys would have seen my results and everything by now. Instagram is ANMXB, by the way. Go give it a follow if you haven't followed it already. We're on, I want to get to 700 followers, maybe by next month or so. I think I need like 30 or 40 away, so yeah, maybe we'll go for 700. And yeah, I think the goal is maybe try and get a webcam as well at some point this month, maybe next month, we'll see. But yeah, maybe just get a webcam. It's not going to be nothing special. But yeah, I don't know. Do I do it as like a 2K special thing, or well, it's not even going to be like a face reveal thing, to be honest, because my face is already on Instagram for my LAN event. Like, I'm not hiding my face from anyone. I just don't have a webcam, that's why I don't do face cam videos. But I feel like it's kind of time to do face cam videos. I feel like it'll make it a little bit more entertaining, just to sort of see what I'm doing as well. I don't think it's going to be like an every single day thing. I don't think it's going to be like every single video type thing, but maybe for a few streams I'll put it on, or every now and then for a video or two I'll whack it on as well for that. But yeah, I think you guys can look forward to some webcam videos or streams at some point. You really have to sit down for that corner. I do believe this is the only track. I don't think it's a compound or anything. I think it is generally just a practice track. But yeah, like I said about Odin, did some Odin yesterday. Just felt like doing it. I didn't really know what else to do. I just wanted to get a bit of a gate drop in. Jake wanted to do it as well. And yeah, Alex and Callum were kind enough to give me and Jake some double-digit numbers. So yeah, we got some new numbers. So it's just nice to get on, do that. And also needed to do a stream as well. So I thought I'd stream it too. So also, if you did catch a live stream yesterday as well, you know how the races went. But yeah, we went 4-2, and cuts on the track absolutely horrendous. I nearly podiumed in the first race. I got 0.3 off the podium, I think. I think that's by cuts though, but I literally was bad on everyone. I had two bad starts, both races, terrible starts, just constantly getting hit and hit. Just don't know what was going on. People just don't know how to ride in a straight line sometimes. People would just panic ride. People were just like dive bombing each other. They were T-boning each other, cross jumping each other. Like, I don't know what people were doing. They just didn't know what. They just forgot to play the game all of a sudden. But yeah, we ended up going 4-2, which I'm happy with. Happy with my riding. Had big major comebacks in both of them, like very big comebacks. I don't think I got into the top 15 in the first race till about 10 or so minutes into the race, and then with the second race, I don't think I got into the top 10 till about 10 or so minutes ago, and then just had to keep charging. But I had so many cuts in Moto 2. I was in 4th, I think, on track, but like 7th in the standings. And then when I got up into 2nd, I had to charge my way into 2nd, by the way. It was Declan and Valentin Laduff. And oh my word, they were barking as well. And I was literally pushing as hard as I could in like, E-Road was crazy. I think they had it on like 0.15, which aerial run like 0.05, so it was quite high. It was getting very like deep and jaggedy ruts and everything, so it was very hard to push. But I just felt I had a flow going. I was very comfortable in the rough stuff, and I was just charging the whole time. And I passed Declan, I passed Valentin, and I was about 13 or 14 seconds behind them on the leaderboard, but I headed them on track. So I was P2 on track, but P4 I think, or P5 on leaderboard. And I made one mistake and I dropped down to 7th. That's how close everyone was. I made one mistake. I was in 2nd, dropped down to 7th in leaderboard, stayed 2nd on track, dropped down to 7th on leaderboard from one mistake. So 4th to 7th from one mistake. And then yeah, just had to put an absolute charge, and there's 3 or something laps to go, and I just had to push all the way to the end. I had about 14 seconds or so down I was on Declan and Valentin, and I managed to beat them by about 10-15 seconds. So I put about 15 seconds on 3rd and 4th in about 3 laps. That's how hard I was pushing, because I had so many cuts. I had to keep pushing. Although I had about 15 seconds on track, like they were nowhere near me on track. They were about 3 or 4 corners behind me, but because I had so many cuts, I literally had to push all the way to the finish line. Literally I did not have one break, both motos. They're 20+2 races, I think they are, and yeah, just constant pushing the entire time, starting from the back of both of them, and then coming out with a second overall. Oh, I'm happy with that. I'll take that. I just hope we can kind of, I don't know, I've been good at Unadilla, I don't know why. Got 5th overall on Ariel and then 2nd overall Odin, so I don't know why. It's not even like my favourite track, and like timing gates and everything like that are boofed as well, so it's very odd. Also, qualifying was very weird as well. Cam didn't get a lap, I don't think, to the last minute of qualifying. Like, the time was counted down from like 50 seconds, and then he got a lap. He was in 26 something the entire qualifying. Take it, he just could not get a lap to count. And then I was the same. I had a good lap after about 3 or 4 attempts. And then it got to about 3 or something minutes, and I just crashed and crashed and crashed. I just gave up. I was like, I've got a 208 something, I might as well just stop. I'll give up. So I ended up just like trying to tow Ols around to try and get a good lap. But yeah, Ols and Ben qualified as well, which is good. Ben ended up leaving the first race, which I don't blame him, to be honest. The first race was absolute shambles. I don't know why people just don't know how to race properly, but as soon as you're outside the top 10, in any series, it can be Ariel or Odin, people just forget how to ride, and people just are constantly T-boning you, and they're just like panic passing you. Like, they need to get out, they need to pass you, or the whole race is over. Like, no, set up your passes, take your time. Like, you've got plenty of time. There's like 20 minutes after the race, mate. You haven't got to like T-bone me out of the way. Like, you've got time. But yeah, I feel like people they just seem to panic ride. So I wish people just wouldn't do that. But yeah, coming back to the track now. I feel like the bumps are very uniform on it, which gets rid of a little bit of the like immersion feel of it. As you can kind of see, all the bumps are sort of like downward swoop sections, if that makes any sense whatsoever. They just feel like they're very uniform. They're not like kickity around, which I would kind of prefer some kicky braking bumps, because braking bumps aren't going to be all uniform like that. That corner is very good. He's done the bumps well, but you see all these little bumps here. It's just like mini whoop sections. Like, it's just downscale little whoops, which gets rid of the immersion a little bit because it makes this track very easy. Although he's put bumps everywhere around, it just has made it very, very simple. I feel like if he wants to make it a little bit harder, obviously I don't know what the racing team is that he's made it for. They could be an amateur team, a novice team, I don't really know. But yeah, I don't think it's a very, very difficult track. He sort of made it very easy, but I think as it's a mods track, I think that's good. I think that's good for the more casual player, because it's, you know, no one wants a track that takes, obviously people like a track that takes a long time to learn, but I feel like a lot of people on mods, people that download them tracks from mods, just don't. They want to just get a track, hop on, you know, they just want to play the game for a bit of fun. Whereas me, on the other hand, sometimes I like to just play a proper hard track just to warm myself up a little bit and just to get a bit of practice. And I feel like I don't practice when I'm on an easy track. Like, if I played Forest for like an hour, I wouldn't feel like I'd done any practice compared to if I played, I don't know, Unadilla for 20 minutes. That would feel more like practice to me than riding around Forest for an hour. So I feel like make some harder tracks if you want more faster people to enjoy them, and then easier tracks if you want the more casual, slower people to enjoy them. So it's all about finding the midpoint, really. I feel like when making mods tracks, I feel like shop tracks you can get away with making them like really hard. I feel like shop tracks you can get away with making them really difficult. But I feel like mod tracks, if you make one too difficult, I feel like a lot of people do just complain about them, that they're too hard or they're taking too long to learn. So I feel like that's the hard part about AMC mods tracks, is finding that midpoint. Bits that faster people will enjoy and more casual player will enjoy as well. So yeah, I feel like that's always the hard part of making free tracks. Just gotta try and cater to everyone at that point, which is also the hard part. Can't make everybody happy. Not everyone's gonna love your track, but it, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I do want to try and make a video on the new OEMs at some point, or maybe do a stream, because I've done a stream before on these ones that were coming out, before these ones come out. I did a stream on them, just like riding all the bikes, and people were like, try this bike, try that bike, do this, do that, try this tyre on that tyre. And it was just quite enjoyable, just testing for you all. You guys could all kind of see how they're coming along. I don't think we're going to do one anytime soon, although I would like to. I feel like we've got a few updates we need to do first before we show everyone them. We're very, very early stages right now. Obviously, we've only really just started working on the new OEMs. We had a whole tyre update thing, which I'm not actually sure what's happened with that. I feel like we're just going to kind of bring it out when the new OEMs come out, because I think the plan was to bring out a tyre update, and then a few months after that bring out the new OEMs. So it's not such a big shock, like not such a big change, because the new OEMs are very different to what these OEMs are. But yeah, maybe at some point I'll see if I can just do a video, just like a normal track review video like we're doing now, because obviously you can't ride them in online lobbies. So maybe just go on like a Unadilla or just like Thunder Valley, just like a decently hard track, and just try the OEMs out for a video maybe. And then obviously when they're like fully announced, that day and everything like that, and the days that they're going to be coming out, I feel like that's when I'll definitely do like a whole video on them and showcase them a bit more like I've done before. I've done a full OEM video before when these ones first come out. So yeah, definitely do that. I'm lucky enough to be able to be testing all the bikes, so I can sort of create a video in advance. I can sort of have a video ready to go as soon as they come out. So if they release on like the 20, I don't know, I'm not even going to say a date really because it doesn't mean anything. But yeah, I feel like if they are released, I can have a video ready for as soon as they come out. I haven't got to worry about like trying to rush a video as soon as they come out to be the first one. I can kind of be the first one to make a video out of it. Which is nice, which is good. But yeah, I feel like I actually just enjoy testing them and giving feedback and like fixing the feedback and everything like that, and updating the bikes and making them better for everyone. Because being a faster player in the game, it's nice to sort of have some quick guys testing them, because the amount of people that are like, oh, get some fast people to test them, and I'll be honest, there's not really that many like pros that test them. I feel like I test them. Who's a pro? Jams is kind of a pro now. He doesn't really play the game as much now, to be honest, or is as good as we used to be. And Troy as well, who's getting much better at the game as well. Troy tests them as well. So there's not really that many top pros that actually test the bike. So it's nice to be able to get some good feedback from quicker riders and some more casual riders. That's sort of the mid-ground point that you can get to. So you can have like top of the game and then like the more casual players of the game as well. And everyone's sort of happy when you can do that. If you have quick people, slower people, it helps making the bikes as best you can go. I feel like if it was all pros making them, like say for example top 5 pros all testing the OEMs, I feel like everyone would hate them, because we will make them so good to go really quick, and then maybe on the slower, maybe if you like the slower you go, the harder they become. I feel like that's what you gotta like be careful of. You don't want to make them too good, if that makes any sense. I feel like you don't want to make them too good going quick. You need to get that midpoint of they're good when you're going slow and they're good when you're going quick. And also you've got to try and make them good for Supercross and for outdoors. And I feel like they're most likely will be out for Supercross. Obviously, don't take any like dates or months or anything like that into consideration of like when they're actually coming out. I don't know. I don't think, like I said, I don't think we're going to find out till the week of or 2 weeks or so before when they're actually coming out. We have no release date yet that I know of, that I've been told of. So anything that I do say, just take it with a pinch of salt. Not actually like the release dates or anything, but I assume we'll get them maybe before Supercross. We've got a few months to go. And I feel like it doesn't really take us too long to do them. We always sort of work in the background and stuff. We don't really take a break from doing anything, really. They're constantly updating things, even when I'm not testing them. I'll be honest, I haven't actually tested the new OEMs until a few days ago, and I believe they've been working on them for about a week or two now, like properly working on them. Obviously, they have teased stuff on Instagram. They tease like Yami and all that. So they have been teasing stuff before I even tested anything. But yeah, I've been doing some testing the last few days, and they feel good. Just the tracks is definitely less than what we've got now. So they are definitely trying to slow the game down, or just slow the riding down. And tracks will have to be catered to them. So if you guys are thinking about making a massive track, and if you track creators that are watching this video, if you are making a track, I would scale everything down maybe 5 to 10%. Just to make everything run a little bit better, because we've got Red Rider, for example, who tests the bikes as well. He's made a free ride track, and he tested the new work in progress like 250s. And yeah, he was saying it was just casing everything. You have to like launch everything. So yeah, those of you track creators, for now, go back to normal track creating. Like normal track creating is fine for the next few months. But I feel like closer towards the time, maybe in about 2 months, 3 months or so, and you've got a track coming out. Like near Supercross time, probably like December-ish time, possibly. Then start descaling your tracks a little bit. Descaling, is that a word? Descaling? Start making your tracks smaller, basically, is what I'd say. I feel like that would cater to it a lot better. But yeah, I think that would do it from me. Appreciate you guys watching. If you guys do want to get this track, it's completely free on XC Mods. And yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace.